Day 8 of Vlogmas, and it is snowing. It's a light snow. It is a light snow, guys. Look. I don't even know if y'all can see it, but it's lightly snowing. That is crazy. It is snowing. It's snowing. The tree is still up. So you know we're not gonna do much today because it is snowing outside. It's a light snow, y'all, but it's snowing. Just wanted to check in. Hey guys, it's day 8 of Vlogmas, and I know I look like yesterday, but I just look like yesterday. Anyway, I have been up. I've done a little work around the house. I am now going to get rid of all these goddamn boxes. It started to do a light drizzle snow, and I'm not sure whether our trash person is going to come tomorrow or not, but I want to be prepared if they do. So I am going to get this together because I have a bunch of trash that I need to take out for when I got packages and stuff. So I'm gonna do that, or at least break the boxes down. Try to anyway. How has your day been? It is Monday. So y'all, let me tell y'all about this little situation here. Guys know that I am single, but you know I have dated, right? So this guy, me and him have been friends like since high school, and you know how you be friends with somebody and then you decide, okay, let's see, you know, we're good friends, let's see where a relationship could go. Now that's the worst thing to ever do. If you're friends with somebody and y'all connect and y'all are really like cool, the worst thing you could ever do is decide to date that person, because then it's like it messes up the friendship. So this person, you know, has always like been a friend to me. We don't always agree on everything, but we've always been cool with each other. Our kids know each other and like all that little stuff, right? So we had decided to date. Of course, it did not work out because that person was not giving me what I wanted, and I was in like a different space. I was really trying to be with this person, but this person really had nothing to offer me. It was more or less, you know, they were popular, but they had nothing to offer me. I was really like, they're a great person now, but I was really downgrade for real being with this person. But the person overall was a great person. And I say downgrade not in the sense like they're ugly or nothing like that, because the person is a very nice looking person. Like they was nice looking. But the thing is, they didn't have no drive. They didn't really want to do nothing with themselves. They was just content with little stuff. Like they talked a good game, but you know, they ain't have nothing behind the talk. They were just, you know, satisfied with where they were. And there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're with somebody that's ambitious, that's wanting something, then you gotta kind of step up, especially if you want to be the person in their life. So this person would never do that, but like tax time came or whatever, they wanted to act like, you know, they was balling or whatever, like they had it so good or whatever. But this person, like, everybody go through stuff, but sometimes when you go through stuff and you going through the same stuff all the time, every time you turn around, you going through the same stuff, it's got to be you. Some of that is you. When you start just going through the same old mess, it's you. So this person will always be going through something. And I was just like, you know. So I left the person alone. Now me and the person, we deal with each other every now and again, and like he would be dating other people, and we'd just see each other, and we always had a chemistry, but it would never work in a relationship. Something would happen where it just would not work in a relationship. So, it's been years later, and about a couple of months ago, we were saying that, we was going to try to, try this again and see if, we could actually work on being together. So the person had called me, and they was like, could I go get pick up something for them, like medication wise, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So they didn't give me the information that I needed to get the medication. So when I called them, they wanted to have an attitude about it. So I let that go. And then when they was like, well, can you take it to somebody for me? So because they're coming where I am, and they could just bring it to me. Because, I know you ain't coming to bring it to me. So I was like, oh, yeah. And they was like, well, I'm going to call you back and let you know, when the person get there so that you can take it to them. So, I had no problem with that. Okay, so the rest of the day, didn't hear from the person. But then come the next day, early in the morning, they called me, and they like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm asleep. And they're like, oh, okay, well, call me when you wake up. I said, okay. So 30 minutes to an hour later, they calling me back. And I'm irritated because I just told you, like, I'm asleep. So why would you call me right back? Well, such and such, they get ready to leave, to come down to where I am. So can you take that to them so they can bring it to me? Why would you knew what time, or approximately what time these people was leaving, and you said you was gonna call me back yesterday to tell me where to take the stuff to these people? And so they was like, well, if you don't want to do it, da 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 da. I was like, look, I'ma do it. And I went to do it, couldn't find it or whatever. So then I was like, I'm just frustrated. So like when I ask you something, and you want to get an attitude with me, and I'm doing something for you, that kind of ticked me off. So yes, I did have attitude. I'm not gonna lie, I had a big attitude. And so I did it, and then I left, and the person was like, oh, well, you don't have to have no attitude. You could have just said you didn't want to do it. Why would I just say I don't want to do it when I done wasted my time going to even get the stuff for you? Why would I sit here and say all of a sudden now, oh, I don't want to do it? I was like, well, you had all day, and you could have called, and it wouldn't have been no issue because it would have already been there. Well, you making them late because you coming now. You just called me. What you expect me to do, fly? And so I was just so mad, y'all. Like, I was mad. And one thing led to another. This mouth can be reckless sometimes. I'm holy and hood. So, I just let it fly. Cause I'm like, look, you ain't doing nothing for me. Not one thing. So why is you trying to act like you the man like that? Cause you ain't doing nothing for me. And already, like, we just started talking, and this is something I cannot stand. Like, you just start talking to somebody, and everything good, and then they want to ask you for something. Like, nigga, you broke? You broke? Like, you ain't even trying to act like you got something. You already asking me for something. I was through with that. But, I wanted to try to give people a chance because I feel like, everybody go through something. Then I had to sit down and think about it. I was like, this person always going through something. Every time you turn around, they going through something. Like, they ain't got no money. They this, they that. But anytime you talk to them about, previous relationships that they've been in, they always talking about how they did this for the person, they did that, they was the one bringing in the money, they was taking care of them. And it got me to thinking, like, why do I always meet men that's in need? Like, they need me to help them do something. They need me to, they need me instead of just being able to give me. Like, I was really, like, wondering and thinking about that thing. And I realized that for some reason, that is just the type of men I attract. Because even the person that was in Atlanta, they was needy. From the moment I met them, they was needy. They was needing me to do this, needing me to do that. And I'm just like, I am so sick of needy men. So, to get to my point. So, today, this person always, not the person from Atlanta, but the person I was just talking about, they always be flirting with me, always be like, oh, you the person for me, this, that, and the third. And I be like, sometimes we are looking for a person that is not who our person is. Like, sometimes your person can be somebody that you least expect. They could be right in your face and you just overlooking them. So I was like, well, maybe that is the situation. But then that person started talking and I was like, oh no, this there's no way this could be my person, because they irritate me to my soul with the things that they be saying, because they try to front like they somebody that they're not. And then I'm like, do you not know that I know that you broke? Do you not know? Yeah, you getting a little money, but you broke. You's broke. Staying with your mama. You broke. Like, and don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with staying with your mama, your sister, whatever. I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with it. But when you trying to front like you the big dog and you staying with your mama or your sister, come on. Then you just broke. But you not so broke that you can't do the things that you want to do. But then when you get broke, then you want to do this. Oh, well, I ain't got this. I got to wait for this, wait for that. And think I'm going to be like, oh, well, I ain't saying nothing. I just sat there, listen. I ain't say nothing. So we was just, having a conversation. So this morning, the person texted me and was like, they had proof. Because like I said, we was going to try to work in a relationship. But it didn't work at all. So they was like, just teasing, talking about they had proof, because they are on my social media or whatever. So they was like, they had proof that, we was trying to date or whatever. And I'm like saying to myself, and so what? Trying and dating is two different things. So they sent it to me and I sent them another thing that I made, honey, looking cute in my little pajama set. And I said, you thought I was one of them, but I'm not. You can't play me like that. You can't even try to play me like that. So we gets into a conversation from there. And the person was like, well, your actions that day told me that I needed to pray about this, and God told me that we're not supposed to be in a relationship. Okay, so if God told you that, then why you keep trying me? Why do you keep coming to me saying stuff about being in a relationship with me if you know God told you that we're not supposed to be in a relationship? Which I already knew that, because the one, he's not even really like my type as far as what he's doing for himself. Like, he's not my type like that. I like a man that's tall, that's, he can be a little chunk. He got to know how to dress. He got to smell good. He got to have his own car, his own place to live, his own money. And he got to be like 6'1", 6'2". Like, that's my ideal man with a conversation. He got to be able to communicate. Got to be able to communicate. Because I love to communicate. So he not even that. You know what I'm saying? For me. And like, not that I'm just all that. Well, I am to myself anyway. You know. You know how that is. But it's like, okay, like, you're cute. You're definitely cute. And he a big dude, but he cute. But he don't realize that it was me that got him to that point, because I was the one that told him to take some more pride, even though he was a big dude, to take some more pride in the way he looked, the way that he carried himself. It was I who did that. When I got with him, that's when he had a upscale in the type of women that was attracted to him. When I got with him, that's when he started to step up and he looked the part. But once they get to know him, it's not that. It's not that. And so we were talking and he was saying this to me and I'm like, boy, bye. Like, is you seriously having this conversation saying this stupid mess? And he was just like, well, that's what it is. And I was like, well, you should have said that. Don't try to come up with all these other excuses saying, oh, it was my attitude that day. Of course, you would have been pissed too, especially when somebody wake you up out of your sleep when you've already told them you're asleep, and then they call you back to say something else when you could have said all of that the first time you called. Like, so I was like, you know, these men are something. And then I watched The Real Shorty, and she was talking about a situation she went through because she's going through a breakup. I don't know if she's still going through the breakup, but when I saw it, I don't know if it's old or if that was something new. But my point is this: these men will try to sit here and portray that they this, they that, they looking for a relationship, they want to be with somebody. But my thing is, why would you continue to pursue somebody if you know good and well you don't want them? You know you don't want them. And that is one of the reasons why I decided that the guy that came to see me from Atlanta, that I was not going to continue to pursue anything with him, because I know I don't want him. I know that's not the man that I want. He might be a man that I should want, but I don't. I used to. And I think it was the fact that the same reason with this guy that I'm talking about, I was comfortable around them at first. But a lot of stuff they do irritate me because I've grown. See, they knew me when I was the depressed person that I used to be. And when I used to be depressed, I would be depressed where I'm in the bed for days. Like, I let everything go. I don't wash my butt. I don't do nothing for a couple of days or a week or however long. Now, usually I wash my butt after like two days, because, ugh. But, I will just be in a funk. But now I may be depressed and I may be depressed for a day or two, but I'm able to pick myself up a little faster than I used to be able to pick myself up. So I knew them in that era of my life. And when the guy that I was talking about that we had been friends for a long time, like he knew me when I first started realizing what was going on with me as far as depression. He was with me, he knew me then. And like I said, we knew each other from like high school. So I was kind of like, this person knows me. We've been cool for so long. So I'm thinking a relationship with this person would be ideal. But it's not. It's not, because these men will lie, 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 lie. And I used to say, I don't see how women handle 2 3 different men, be talking to them and all that. How do they do that? And I used to be like, oh no, that ain't cute at all. But now I see why they do it. Cause until a man put a ring on it and walk you down that aisle and say, I do, you single. You single. Even if you're in a relationship with a man, you are single until that man put a ring on it and take you down to the courthouse. Y'all go to the church in front of a preacher and y'all say them words, I do. You are single and you need to move accordingly. Now, if you're in a relationship and, that man is being faithful to you and you being faithful to that man and y'all working on something, then, okay, you need to chill so you can get to that altar. But if you're dating a man and that man, you done been with that man 8, 9, 10 years or more, and that man still ain't popped the question, or that man has not made any steps towards y'all getting married and becoming one, that man don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. Now, some men will kind of hold off on marriage until they feel like they are a little more stable. But those men at least give up the ring. They'll at least give you a ring and be like, yes, we're going to do this. And they giving you a set time period. If you've been with a man 9, 10 years and that mug ain't gave you a ring, or he done put a ring on it, and it's been like 5, 6 years since he gave you the ring, you can cancel it. That man ain't finna marry you. He don't care. He don't see your value. And we as women, we got to start making these men see our value, because this is ridiculous. Like, for men to even think that they can treat women the way they do, it's ridiculous. And then when men meet a woman that play the game like them, then they like, oh, she too mannish. No, women gotta be mannish, because these men will keep trying to walk all over you. They'll keep wanting to sleep with you and do all this stuff like you a wife, and give that, oh, this my wifey, this my wife, this my babe, this babe. Girl, be lying through their goddamn teeth. I just be like, are y'all serious? Like, men, please get it together. You got some women out there that will play too, but I just really do believe that men just play too many games, and they swear up and down there's somebody out here for everybody. But honey, at this old ripe age of 53, I don't know where he at. I don't know where he at, honey, but wherever he is, if he don't come soon, I'm going to be over it. Now, I'm going to be over that. My alarm went off and it knocked the phone out. But anyway, like, I was just so amazed. And like another guy that I talked to way back in the day, he was like, sometimes you like people that don't like you. And I was like, I have never liked somebody that did not like me. Now, I have liked people and we never seem to get on the same page at the same time. But I have never liked somebody that did not like me. Like, that's crazy. That just, why would you even try to pursue a person that does not like you? That just don't make no sense. But anyway, yeah, I just had to, like, what is wrong with me? What in the world is wrong with me? I was supposed to go get my nails done, but that weather is getting a little iffy, so I decided not to. So I don't know what else I'm going to do today, but I have an order from Food Line coming, and I just got some basics just to have in the house in case it really does snow. Have some basics in the house so I can make something to eat. So I might be doing a little cooking or something. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just having a wow moment. Like, who do men really think they are to be trying to play with people? Play with people's feelings, people's emotions. Like, what the freak is really going on? What the freak is going on? Like, it's crazy. And then it be the good women at that. It be the good women they be trying to play with. Like, is you serious? Bruh, you should be glad somebody even talking to you. You ain't got all the checks in a row, and neither do I. But I'm closer to the point than you, and you trying to play me? Moi? Me? Oh no, honey. No. I might not be everybody's cup of tea, but you best believe I'm the best sip they'll get. Hey. You better know I'm the best sip they'll get, honey. Play with me if you want to. Yeah, honey. When I go over here and get this surgery and I come back, don't be trying to talk to me. Don't be trying to even talk to me, because I'm going to be like, nope. Remember when you tried to? No. Yeah, y'all. I am definitely going to be working towards getting the lap band surgery. A friend of mine, well, I got a couple of associates that have had it, either the whole thing, the gastric bypass, or just got the sleeve. But a friend of mine, well, not a friend, well, we are friends, we're friends, got the sleeve done. I think she got the sleeve. I want to say she got the sleeve. I don't know what she got. I don't know if she got the bypass or she just got the sleeve. But anyway, whichever one she got, she had great results and she looks amazing. And I know it was like a mindset thing, and I know that that's what it's gonna be for me. It's me changing my mindset, and I think it's more so me healing from all of this trauma. Because you see just in my conversation how people be messing with me, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I got to heal so I can just move on. I got to heal and really just let stuff go. I got to get it in my FM era and just let it go. If it's something that I can do something about, do something about it. If I can't, keep it moving, type of thing. But yeah, I am definitely getting ready to get prepared to do that. So I think it will be next year. Because, of course, it's going to be next year because it's December now. But I'm thinking next year, because I need to really see how much they're going to ask me to lose before I can actually get it done. So, yeah, y'all are going to be going on this journey with me. 2026 is going to be that year. It is going to be an amazing year. I'm just going to continue to speak it into existence. The rest of this month is going to be amazing as well. So, yeah, we come on this journey with me to to lose the weight, change my mindset about food, and definitely get this sweet tooth that I have. Like, sweets is my real problem. Food is not my real problem. Sweets is my real problem. Get that out of my system. A lot of people were saying you could take apple cider vinegar for like sweet cravings, but it just has not worked for me. So yeah, so I know y'all sick of me talking about this weight loss, but it's a part of my life. It's a part of the journey that I am on in my life. So I got to talk about it. I got to talk about it. Yeah, I got to talk about it. Got to talk about it. I woke up today and then I prayed and I wrote in my journal. Do y'all journal? I like journaling, but I don't like it because I feel like I'm saying the same things over and over because the same thing be on my mind all the time. So sometimes I think journaling is repetitive, but sometimes after I journal, I feel so much better that I wrote down what I was feeling, what I was thinking, what I want, my intentions. Like I felt so much better. But in the Bible it say write the vision plain. So you supposed to write it down. Habakkuk 2:2 says write the vision, make it plain so that a child could understand. So you're supposed to write down your stuff. But as far as journaling, I just feel like sometimes it's repetitive, but sometimes it really makes me feel better. So I don't know. Drop down in the comments and let me know, do y'all journal? And let me know if y'all done did some Christmas shopping. Like, have y'all finished y'all Christmas shopping, or have y'all started? Like, I ain't even really started. Like, I think I bought like 2 gifts. That's it. Not that I'm finna ball out like that or that in no way, but yeah. And I watched Candace Denise Vlogmas vlog. I think it was for yesterday, and she was doing the things that she wanted for Christmas, and I think I might do that and show y'all what I actually want for Christmas, what I want to receive for Christmas, some of the things on my list that I want to receive, or I might do a recap of 2025. But I think a recap of 2025 is more of a New Year's Eve type of thing. Just doing a recap of 2025. But I guess you could recap whenever you want to, really. But I don't know. I don't know. This year has been something, though. It has been a lot of ups. It has been a lot of downs. My father passed. It's been a lot. It's been a lot this year. And for me to be here right now is like, wow. Wow, 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 wow. But I'm thankful, and I am so, so, so very grateful. And that's the one thing that I really want to be is grateful. Like, I'm all about, getting myself a gift, doing for others. But I really want to be grateful just for life itself. Like, no matter what situation I find myself in, I want to always be grateful, because there's somebody out here that is in a worse situation than me, or somebody else is going through something worse than what I'm going through. And you just have to be so grateful, because sometimes you want to think like, okay, if I had this, this, and this, I would be so much better. But one thing my mama always told me, when you look at other people and you see all this stuff that attracts you, that you're like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. She always used to say, you never know what those people had to go through to get to what they have. Like, you don't know what traumas they had to go through, what good times, bad times, iffy times they had to go through to get where they're at. So don't always be wishing that you had stuff that other people have, because that may not be your journey. It may not be what you are supposed to have at that particular time, but you can't get it. You can have anything that you want, but just don't look at other people and be like, okay, that's why you want it, because you see Susie Sue with it. No, you should want it because it means something to you. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you strive to do better, be better, and all that in life. Because life is so short. Like, it is so short. You're here today, gone tomorrow. You have this today and it could be gone tomorrow. Like, you just never know what can happen in life. So you always be grateful and be thankful for the things you have, no matter where you are in your life. Like, just be thankful. If you're alive, if you can talk, if you can lift your hands up, be thankful, because God is always, should forever be good. God should forever be good. You don't see it when you're going through things, but then when you come out of it, you think back and you're like, I am so blessed to have gotten through that situation, to, not feel the hurt, the heartache, the pain that I used to feel, not being depressed, laying in the bed for days and days at a time, just being and feeling sorry for myself. When I can get up and I can walk, I can change something in my life. It may not be something major, but I can change something in my life. It's the only person stopping me is me. Me and my own mindset that is stopping me from doing the things that I want to do in life. And that's something that I really want to focus on in 2026, if God spare my life to see it. I want to focus on being a better me. And being a better me is not allowing my mind to tell me and dictate my mind and my mood, I should say. My mind and my mood, my emotions, to dictate how my life is going to play out. Because that's not what it is. For real, for real. My emotions do not dictate my life. It should not dictate my life. My thoughts should not dictate my life. What should dictate my life is God and the work that I put in. Because faith without works is dead. Work without faith is dead. You can work all you want. If you ain't got no faith, it ain't going to get you nowhere. If you have faith and you don't do no work, you're still not going to get anywhere. So faith and work go hand in hand. Faith and work go hand in hand. You got to have both to make it. So just make sure that you are spending time with God. You're spending time with yourself. You're knowing exactly what it is that you want out of life. Because nobody can tell you what you should want out of life. That's an individual thing. You have to know what you want out of life. You have to want to know yourself well enough to be by yourself if need be, to make those moves that people tell you can't make. You got to be able to do that. You have to have the mindset and the faith to know that you can do it. So I just felt the need to tell you guys that, like, you can do anything that you want to do, because you are what? That girl, that guy, that one. And the world is a much better place with you in it. So, with that being said, I may come back. If I don't, I'll see you tomorrow for day 9 of Vlogmas. Can y'all believe we only have like a week and a couple of days until Christmas? I am just so shocked about this. Like, I am just so shocked that Christmas is literally around the corner. Literally around the corner. You could turn around and it'll be Christmas. Crazy. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.